On this week's episode of Everything Under the
Bumped me a
Sun.
few
Well, I
times.
also don't think that we're very suburban.
What are you talking about? We live in a very suburban neighborhood.
But I don't
It's like a
think
master
we
plan
but
community.
I don't think that we are suburban.
Completely different lens now. I just thought that. Well, I guess it's always snowing there too. So,
No, it's not.
well, it's always cold.
Mm-mm.
All right, I don't know where I'm going with this.
It doesn't.
I'm just gonna.
That's how much you don't
I'm
know
gonna,
much.
I'm gonna chalk it up to what you're talking about, and I like hear this like she's getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Like there's that tension. Bless you. Anyways. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first episode of Everything Under the Sun. Thanks for joining us. We are the Ungers. I am Dakota. This is my beautiful wife,
Katie.
And we're just your average nuclear suburban household family that would like to riff with y'all and joke around and have some fun and shoot the shite. And yeah, kind of a segment-based show.
What makes you suburban?
See, I was thinking about this too, to be honest with you. I was like, let me look up what nuclear family even means, because it's just like such a thrown out, like that nuclear family.
Well, you also like to make up words, so.
I don't think that's entirely true. You tried to debunk me a few
Well, I
times.
also don't think that we're very suburban.
What are you talking about? We live in a very suburban neighborhood.
But I don't think
It's like a master plan community.
I don't think that we are suburban.
A couple
Like,
and
I
their
feel like
dependent
people that
children.
see us out on the street or us walking the kids, they're like, how did they get here?
They don't belong here.
How are they allowed
No,
in
I think people see us
here?
as just like they're a young, fun kind of group over there. They're out there having a little fun.
I'm down.
Young. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nuclear family is a couple and their dependent children, regarded as a basic social unit. So it's kind of just a general. So we are a nuclear family.
I'd agree.
I concur.
I concur.
Okay. Well, our first segment of this show is something we like to call Everything Under Our Sun. And we're just going to do a weekly recap and talk about our weekend, what we did, thoughts, prayers, decisions, moments, things like that. So if you want to kick it off and give the audience a rundown of what we were getting into.
Okay. Well, Friday we went to go see the new Paw Patrol movie with the girls.
I almost forgot we did that. Actually.
That was, yeah, we had a very exciting weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you have any thoughts on
that was really fun. I love going to see the girls and seeing movies with them because it's just so fun to watch them be so into a movie.
Every movie.
And just they were eating popcorn so hard they wouldn't stop. They were just fucking.
Yeah, I asked them if they wanted a popcorn, and they were like, of course, they're like, yeah. And I was like, I don't really know if they even have. That's only the second time they've been to the movies.
Yeah.
And we don't really eat popcorn at home. So I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. So they give us a huge thing of popcorn. We break it into 2 bowls for each one of them, and they were just housing it, hand over fist, the entire movie.
The whole hour and a half movie just.
It's like one of those parent things. You're glad that panned out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times kids are like, oh yeah, I want that, and then as soon as you give it to them, they're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that worked out. But also, the movie is pretty solid. I thought overall.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Well, we also didn't tell anybody that we have twin girls and that they're 3.5. So it's kind of at that age where it's is it okay to take them to a movie, or are they just gonna talk and scream, cough the whole time?
Well, that's the thing too. It's that's what I took away from it, because I was kind of worried, because they have a little bit of a cough going on. Unfortunately,
a little cough,
a little cough going on. Unfortunately, we found out one of our daughters has strep, so that's always exciting stuff.
Today,
I think I gave her that gene because when I was a kid, I only got sick once a year, and there's usually people have the annual flu season. For me,
yeah,
the little Coda was
every 3 months.
The annual strep season was for me, and I would just get wrecked for a week. So, and this is Viv's second time getting it already. So,
yeah,
I'm sorry, sweetie, but it doesn't kill us, make it stronger.
Amen.
But yeah, anyways, I was kind of worried. Like, I was like, oh, they're gonna be coughing up a storm the whole time. But we went to a kids movie, so it's like every single kid in there was coughing like every 4 seconds. And
If
I was
you're
like,
not coughing, you're not allowed in.
yeah, you're not
You
you're not
have
a
to be
child. You're an
coughing
adult.
the
Yeah,
whole
you have to
entire
have
time in Paw Patrol.
snot going, coughing, crying. Yeah, potential accidents.
Standing up for a little bit.
Yeah, getting a little. But everyone was
This is what you do.
pretty well behaved in there,
Yeah, it was a good
which is nice.
time.
But yeah, so Friday went and saw a movie with the girlies.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do Saturday?
Mm,
Did anything, did we?
you
I
worked.
worked.
I hung out with the girls. We we're shopping.
Oh no, y'all went and ran like 100 errands
We
on
did.
Saturday.
We went to Target, Bath and Body Works, got the new fall candles, of
Of
course.
course, obviously.
Marshmallow Fireside is literally the best. I don't know like anybody that would not agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge like fragrance guy. I'm not like, I mean, I don't know most guys that are big in fragrance, but that one is like stands the test of time. Like you get it every year, and I'm like, that's pretty damn good. Every time you like light it up, I'm like,
Dakota likes it so much that he'll keep it running for a full 12 hours and I'll come home after my errands and it's still on.
I love how you just like that's not
And
true. You
I'm
just
like
like framed it that way so hard.
No,
I
I lit it Sunday morning
yeah,
and it was burning for a couple hours already and then I was like I'm going to go
run more errands.
run more errands with my father. And I come home at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4-ish.
So like 4 hours later.
Still on, full on. The whole candle was just
went through
wax
half
at
your
that point.
candle
Like
in
it was
one.
melted wax.
Yeah, went through half your candle in one second. But honestly, I just forgot because I was like watching
Because you loved it so much.
Yeah, that's what it was. I just got lost in the ambiance of
Yeah.
the fragrance just floating through there. No, I was watching football and the kids were just playing in their playroom. Just we were all hanging out, and you like put it on the counter where it's just kind of like tucked away, and honestly just forgot it was even up there.
Well, if it was on the TV stand like I originally wanted it,
yeah, it would have burnt a streak in the TV. Yeah, that's why we moved it in the first place, and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
But anywho, that was basically our Saturday. Pretty, just straight to the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Watch the Longhorns lose.
Yeah, it was a rough weekend for sports for sure. Cowboys got absolutely blasted on Sunday Night Football, and then the Longhorns lost a nail biter in the Red River rivalry.
The Red River rivalry.
I don't know why they changed it. It used to be the Red River Shootout, and that just flows so much easier. And you know,
because they love to like hear people like fuck up so hard when they say it.
And it's especially close to home for me because you love like when I don't enunciate things correctly.
I love when you don't say words right.
Enunciate things correctly. Yeah, essentially.
It's probably my top favorite thing about Dakota is when he messes up a word or a geographical location.
Okay. All right.
Literally my favorite thing about him.
Just go ahead and just
that's it.
Just dig my grave and just shovel it on to me. Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. I didn't read enough books growing up, maybe. I don't know. I just have like a deep voice, and I feel like I have like a slow or heavy tongue. So when I start, ripping and rapping and rifling things off, they kind of just the tongue gets like lost in translation.
Twister,
yeah,
for sure.
So the Red River rivalry.
Yep.
You really gotta.
Yeah, so down.
If you say it too quick, it'll get me every time. So I've got to like subconsciously think about it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Sunday we actually had a decent little weekend.
Yeah.
Because what day did we go to the crossover?
Saturday.
So that's what we did. We had a nightcap. We had some friends invite us out to this nice it's like this brewery outdoor cinematic kind of place where it's easy for the kids to play and the adults to kind of hang out. They invited us to have dinner and they have kids too, so we kicked it with them. It was a little nightcap, which was nice. The weather finally started cooling down. It was actually too cold. Katie and our friend's wife was complaining the whole time that it was shivery cold.
Well,
that's facts. I mean, this is what it was. But
okay, well, it's been over 100 degrees for
like
100 days.
6 months.
Yeah. And it goes below 70 and everyone is like a frostbite out there.
Yeah. It's like we're kind of sailing in a little bit in Texas. We're like, oh, it's it's cold season. Like everyone wants to embrace that sweater weather, but it's really not that bad. It doesn't get that cold in Texas
A
till like
sweater weather.
January. But
Yeah.
anywho, Sunday, I forget what we did on Sunday.
We just hung out. Did
Yes.
errands, went over to our friends.
Same friends that invite
Same
us out. They just
friends.
can't get enough of us, to be honest. I think we really, they're like, these are the ones.
These are them.
These are my adult friends.
We'll take them.
Yeah, but we kind of talked about it a little bit um, off air, if you will. Um, just like having adult friends that are just like outside of your normal, like friends you grew up with or, people you're familiar with is kind of a nice thing. No slight to the friends we've had forever. We love y'all all equally, but
Well, no, it's different just because like you grew up with them and so like they know like the childhood you
mhm,
and that's what like me and Taylor talk about all the time is like why we are so obsessed with each other is because like
y'all
we
didn't know.
we didn't know each other growing up and then we
Right.
met each other as like adult friends
Hmm.
and that connection is just like is so different and on a different level than like somebody that you went to high school with or like middle school.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why we are obsessed with each other and up each other's asses.
Yeah. And it's also, I don't know. I feel like with just social norms nowadays, like people are so like just like anti people. So
Mhm.
like meeting people organically and like getting to know them and be like, oh, these people are actually pretty cool. They're kind of like in my realm of a human.
Mhm.
And, or at least just trying to see if they are is kind of a fun thing. Something outside of the norm. And they're
Yeah.
pretty cool. I
Yeah.
appreciate they asked us over to hang out. They have kiddos too. A lot of our friends don't have kids, or they're like newborn kids, and our kids are
Mhm.
about to turn 4, so they're in like the same kind of chapter and activities. So it's just easy for us to like. They
Go and
always
do
invite
things.
us and the kids over, so makes
Yeah.
life, like I said, no slight to any of our other friends. We love y'all so much, and y'all are a bag of fun as well. But it's kind of cool to have those, and I'm sure they have some as well. But
Yeah.
all that being said, that was everything under the sun, kind of our weekly recap, just some things to riff about a little bit. But now we're gonna get into some segments. I like to call this the icebreaker slash tone setter. Me and Katie are gonna switch off week to week, and this week I have a couple would you rather's just to kind of have some fun.
Bring it.
So we kind of talked about this a little bit. I thought it was interesting. So would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions? Okay, or tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Mm.
You go first. Floor is yours.
Well, I think I would have to choose the tattoo one because if it just like if my skin was always
Color of your
the
emotions.
color of my emotions, it would just be red the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was gonna say. You would just be bright
I would
red the
just be
whole
one
time.
like whole red thing.
Yeah.
So I need to do the tattoo
The
ones
girls just be
because
like, "Mommy, fire truck." You just be like beat red the whole time.
yeah, pretty much. So I have to do the tattoo one just because like it would be like it
It'd
would
just be
change it up,
so
you know?
yeah. You already have that like resting bitch face. And people are like, "Oh, maybe that's just her face. She doesn't really hate me." Yeah. But then you're like beat red at the same. They're like, "Oh, she does hate
She
me.
hates
She does not like me actually."
me.
Um, I guess I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Like the angle I was looking at is like everything you did yesterday appear as a tattoo on your body. It was just like I was telling her, like you would just have like a thigh piece portrait of like you taking a shit on the toilet, just like so odd. But it's like they don't tell you like what event happens, like where you're having sex. It's just like a huge back piece, just like you got to think about that
Well,
too.
I hope it was a good.
Right? Yeah. Hopefully it was like a good shot, good angle,
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that would just be because then now you kind of like subconsciously think about like, man, whatever we're gonna see that I did yesterday all over me, So you gotta
Well,
kind of,
you got to act
tiptoe.
correct, I
Yeah, yeah, you
guess.
gotta kind of tiptoe around your actions and things you delve into.
Yeah.
You tell your boss you're like, sorry, I'm late, or my whatever. I'm feeling under the weather the last week, and it's like you like driving around, running errands on your body's like, aren't you sick? A couple days ago.
Mine would be like
Yeah,
me just at Target.
yeah. You're just
Pretty
throwing things in the basket.
much.
All right. Well, that was a little fun. I guess I didn't answer mine. I feel like I would do the color as well, just because I don't know. I feel like I go through like a array of emotions, but
Yeah, I'd
I'd
like
be
to
a good
know like
time.
what because
feel like I'd be like a yellow. Like you're not. I'm not. I feel like I'm always like in between emotions. Like I'm like a little angry or a little irritated, but like whatever. So like, what color would that be?
Yeah.
Like a yellow.
Yeah,
Like a
because it'll be
hazard.
like,
Like yield at
why are
this.
you mad? And you're like, I'm not. And then you'll scream.
And no, just
And
scream.
then you scream. And then it's just like, now you weren't mad.
If that's like actually how conversations went, that would be the most insane thing. You'd be like, why are you mad? Like, I'm not. You'd be like, why are you mad? I'm just like, just like scream at you. That'd be an interesting development for
Well,
sure. Well, all right. I did have the other one here, but I can't remember where I put it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I apologize. It wasn't like that far down.
so me and Dakota were listening to the Little Wayne No Ceilings album the other day, and we forgot how much we loved it.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was
It
kind of like
was so fun. We literally were just sitting on the couch, just like
kind of vibing out.
just fucking
You just do like just the shoulder dance. Yeah, we were
yeah.
just busting it down
Mhm.
on the couch, just taking a trip down memory lane.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot. Like, I say this all the time. I listen to like Lil Wayne songs. It's like, yeah, remember he's been rapping like, or he's been like signed since he was like 16. So he's probably been rapping since he was like 12,
Mhm.
and he still finds ways to come up with like metaphors and analogies for the same shit he's been talking about for like 30 years and
Mhm.
says it in a different way. And to
Yeah.
me, that is poetry. Like that dude's just like an endless supply of knowledge and rhyming, which is I think pretty impressive.
Better than Dr. Seuss, if you will.
Mm. Yeah, but I don't think you could. Well, I don't know. We could debunk it. I don't think you could
I
put.
don't know. Dr. Seuss was canceled for a second, so
Yeah, but I don't think you could put Dr. Seuss rhymes like on a beat. You know,
you never know.
like one fish, two fish, three fish. Oh shit! Like I don't. Maybe you could actually.
Sounded good.
Yeah, maybe there's something there. I don't. Maybe there's something there.
That actually sounded really nice.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Nice. Okay, I found it. Would you rather have people spread a terrible lie about you or have people spread terrible but true tales about you? Like someone spreads like goes viral a lie about you,
um,
but everyone thinks it's true.
no, I want
Or would you like all your laundry to be aired out?
no. I'd rather somebody tell the truth.
But they're terrible truths though.
Terrible truths. I don't. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I don't want
That's
like
not.
because
I
then
mean, fuck
I
it.
don't want like a lie to come out and then I feel obligated to tell and like stand up for myself on every single lie that comes out about me.
Right, right.
Whereas like if it's the truth,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that's the truth.
You're like,
Fuck.
what? I wear it.
Sorry.
Here I am.
What do you want me to do
Yeah,
about it?
then honestly, because then you'd be like, oh, you're an angel? But you've never done anything? I mean, but they're terrible truths. So, like, you've done some, like, fucked up shit, you know?
Well, I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I
go
guess that's
first.
true. Because, like, what would be more, like, it would be, I think clearly be much more frustrating if you're, like, walking down the street and they're like, he's a killer, but you're not. But everyone
Yeah.
think, like, that would be the worst, you
Yeah.
know? Because then you'd be like, you know it's not true, but they're just like,
Because then you're just gonna have to prove like that you're not a killer.
yeah, but that, you know how
I
it is.
knows you ain't a
All right,
killer.
thank you. Just leave it at
I'm just gonna
that.
stop.
So, also, if you are listening and you've made it this far in the episode, thank you very much. Please subscribe, leave a comment, or like or share to anyone else that you think might enjoy this. We greatly appreciate it. With that being said, we are going to open up the comment section. Please drop any questions you would like to ask us, how we met, things about our life, you name it. It could be just totally off the wall. We don't care. We'll kind of riff about anything. We're an open book. But that being said, I was asking some friends and family. I was just kind of like mass texting everyone, like, "Hey, me and Kate are starting this podcast. It's
They're
gonna be a
like, God damn, is
blast."
Dakota blowing you up
Yeah,
too?
they probably did. They were like, they're probably next to each other. Like,
Serious? He's really trying to
he
podcast with
didn't.
you.
He just copy and pasted. He didn't even change the
He didn't even
names.
change it. You could have changed the
No, I
heart or
did. I
something.
did copy them, but I did change the names
Oh,
for
okay.
everyone. So like, it was a little personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave them like a "I love you" at the end. Like
Oh,
it
did
was
you?
with, yeah, it was with emotion. Like I care about these people, their
Hmm.
opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so but with all that being said, only one of them got back to me. Patty, if you're listening, I appreciate you. He does come up clutch and like a lot of weird things like that. But he was working a convention, and it was that convention they had like a podcast thing. And said a lot of huge podcasts actually use like Chat GPT for segments and questions and ideas. And I was like, genius. I appreciate you. So I literally typed into Chat GPT some questions
Mm-hmm.
that we could dive into. I think we should do as a recurring segment and just like, or have the audience in the comments decide what we should put in the Chat GPT and then debate or riff about whatever it is. Just kind of keep it fun and fresh and different. So I'd never used it before. I know it's a great tool, AI doing its thing. So I just typed in like what we're doing here. I said talking points for a podcast based around your average suburban family. And it came up with, I mean, I didn't give it much ammunition, so that's on me. But it was like balancing work and family, education to extracurriculars, suburban lifestyle and community. I was like, all right, this isn't like, we're still getting used to this whole thing. We're not
Yeah,
like in the HOA committees and, neighborhood watch and
we
stuff like
might
that.
be.
I mean, maybe. But one that did like catch my eye, I don't know if you've ever heard this terminology, and that might be like how far we are from being a suburban family, but the green suburbia. Have you heard
Maybe. Can I get a definition?
that? So, yeah, I will
Can you
discuss.
use it in a sentence?
Yeah, discuss the importance of environmental consciousness in suburban living,
No.
including recycling initiatives, energy efficiency, and sustainable living practices. I was like,
Sounds like that's not for
I
me.
was like, Chad, you, huh? And I was like, you know what?
I'm not opposed, but
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I used to be a home builder. We were all about energy efficiency. So if I built your home, if you're watching this, just know that thing's airtight. So I guess I did kind of make the green suburbia. I contributed to that,
maybe.
technically.
I don't know.
So anyway, so I was like, all right, that's on me. So I was like, fun questions for a podcast for your typical suburban family,
Mm-hmm.
something to kind of riff about. And they're kind of PC, kind of corny, not too fun, but there was a few that I thought would be kind of fun to talk about. And one was, if you could pick a fictional family to be your neighbors, who would it be and why? So like The Simpsons, American Dad, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. Like, who would be yours? Or Shrek,
um,
stuff like that. I know. Gotta kind of ponder on it a little bit.
well, I just like don't watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you know, like the premises of all those
No,
families.
I do,
Yeah.
but it's just like I would like Frozen.
Frozen?
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
Also Anna, and I would like
Oh, the
Olaf.
parents. Oh, no. No, I guess the parents have passed. But yeah, Olaf would be a good time. Yeah, and he's like, he's
He's
Gucci
been. Mm-hmm.
in Texas because he just doesn't melt. So he'd be having a good old time. I guess I guess that's
He
a good.
does melt.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He does melt. That's why he sings the song about summer.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
He does melt, and then they like made it to where he consistently had like
A
a
little
snow
thing.
thing over him so he didn't have to melt. But
Yeah.
like that was before. Like that was after he met Frozen and like Elsa and Anna.
Now this is a heated
Like
debate.
he would only come back when it was wintertime because they made him during the winter. And then he'd
Oh.
go away and then he'd come back.
Oh, I thought he was around like all the time because he was made by magic.
No.
Okay. No, I will watch that show in a completely different lens now. I just thought that. Well, I guess it's always snowing there too. So,
No, it's not.
well, it's always cold.
Mm-mm.
All right. I don't know where I'm going with this.
He doesn't.
I'm just gonna. I'm
That's how much you don't
I'm gonna,
watch.
I'm gonna chalk it up to, you know what you're talking about, and I don't. Though, well, for me at least on that one, I was thinking like, oh, The Simpsons, but The Simpsons are just like a regular ass family in the '90s. Like, there's nothing like I don't think
Yeah.
you wouldn't get any like value out of them being. They would just be like your typical neighbor. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like dad
Okay.
that works, all that stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so that wouldn't be too fun. And then I was like, what is it? Family Guy would be pretty good just because what's the baby's name? Stewie or Stevie or something? I forget what his name is. But a talking kid that's like an adult, like
Mhm.
that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like just see that like out in the world.
Yeah.
Like it'd be insane. They have a talking dog as well.
Yeah.
So like far as entertainment, like go over to their house, like have like a garage hang and there's like a talking dog and child that's like an adult. Make for a good conversation.
That would for sure be
It would
so
it would
fun.
keep it, yeah, mix it up, You're
Mhm.
like, oh, there's nothing to do. Like let's go to our neighbors, see what the hell that's going on over there. And then I was like, Rick and Morty would be fun. I don't know if you ever watched that, but they're like insane. But then you're
Mhm.
like you run like you have to like file for insurance and stuff because they're like always doing experiments and blowing shit up and time traveling,
Yeah.
not trying to like get caught up in all that.
Bluey.
Oh,
That would have been like that's actually I changed mine. Mine's Bluey
you're just
for
like,
sure.
I mean, all
Obviously.
talking dog family, and they're Australian. I mean, yeah, you can't lose really at that point.
Yeah.
And there was a couple that I think we're doing okay, but mm, 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 mm. No, I lied. No. Oh, I did have something I wanted to talk about. I was reading through this. Um, Kind of a fun story, I guess. Technology and suburban life. And I was like, technology, and it's like the role of technology in suburban households from smart home systems. I was like, it's kind of lame, but it reminded me of that time we were at your mom's house, and so they have this like fancy light fixture that goes on their back porch, and it's like Siri activated. And so her mom, Shane, and Siri have some kind of like underlining tension going on. There's some
Everyone
history
has
in
some
there.
beef with a
Yeah, but
Siri or an Alexa.
but yeah, or is it Alexa? Is that what they have?
It's Alexa,
Yeah, they have
yeah.
an Alexa. So there's some kind of friction going. I'll get to that in a second, but there's
She doesn't listen.
well,
Alexa doesn't
but so
listen.
okay, so they have these lights outside, right? And they're like voice activated for them to be like Alexa, good night, and it like turns them off.
No, it turns all the lights on.
Oh, it turns all the lights on. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So she was trying to turn the lights on, and so she like opens up. Was it her kitchen window, right? She like slid it open,
Yeah.
and she's like shouting, "Alexa, good night!" like
It's good
nothing.
evening,
And
that's what
me,
it
yeah, and me and Katie are just sitting on the island, like right next to her, just like, all right.
is.
And she does like 5 more times, and it gets like you can like hear this, like she's getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Like there's that tension. Bless you. Anyways, um, so then it's not working like 4 or 5 tries, and then Mark turns the corner, like coming from the shed or something, and he's like, "Alexa, good evening." It's like, "Good evening, Mark. I love you." Like turns everything on, like just like that, and then Shane was
Mhm.
just like steaming, and I was like, "What's going on here?" So I was just thinking about like technology, like and like that was just a funny
Yeah.
little thing that seeing your mother like about to lose her shit on Alexa, and then Mark just like serenades her. But
Mhm.
yeah, they got some tension in between
Yeah.
the household there. She doesn't like the way she talks to her, which is understandable, I guess.
I was talking to my mom earlier on the phone, and my mom and stepdad are in Switzerland right now.
Mm.
And so while they are gone, my grandma, Momo, is staying at their house, just taking care of the animals, all the things. So my mom called me today and she's like, "Yeah, I was talking to Momo. Well, I accidentally texted her late. well, late here. It was 4 in the morning here. And it was like whatever 7 hours is
In Switzerland,
12, 1,
some in that
math.
ballpark, yeah.
Um, so my mom just like mindlessly texts her. And this is like going on for a week now. My mom does this every day.
Hmm.
And it wakes my Momo up at 4 in the morning every morning. So this morning she does it again. She's like, she's like, oh, you texted me at 4 a.m. again. I was out. drinking with my friend, we had too much tequila. And my mom's like, how old are you again? Like, you had too much tequila.
Sheila,
Like,
it's putting it
you're just
down.
like drinking a bottle of tequila with your friend, like, just casually.
Yeah, living her best life.
Yeah. And I'm like, Mom, who are you to judge, first of all? Because
Yeah, your mom
she
can't
is,
drink.
huh?
She can't drink.
Yes, she can.
Well,
She will put down so many
but
beers,
that's
and Mark is on his like first pina colada.
yeah. I mean, no, I'm saying like when your mom drinks like liquor,
Oh, yeah.
she's like 0 to 1,000 in the
Yeah.
span of like a drink and a half. Like
Yeah.
somehow it just always shakes out that way.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah,
that's
she
how
can put
she's.
down some beer though.
I
I
was
mean, I'll
talking to
give
her.
it.
I was like, that's how like sometimes I feel like I'm not related to y'all because I'm not a drinker.
No.
Like if I try to casually drink just like a glass of wine with them, I'll be like almost done with my first glass and they've already just fucking downed a whole bottle and on to the next. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like can't keep up and then they're like, "What? Do you not like it?" I'm
Hmm.
like, "No, I'm just drinking normal. Just
Yeah, but your drink.
drinking at a normal pace." And they're just like,
Yeah, but it's like I guess you could say at a normal pace, but like your pace is like a snail's pace essentially. You're like, we'll both pour up a glass of wine or whatever. I'm like, hey babe, you want a glass of wine? While we're hanging out watching TV or something, and I'll pour it, and then like 4 hours later, as she's passed out on the couch, I'll like look at her glass, and it's maybe gone down like a millimeter at that point. I'm like, did you even drink? And you're like, yeah, yeah,
well, it's just like
I had a
I like
few.
to drink. I like to drink to just like hang out and chill where like other people like drink to get drunk or
Yeah.
to feel some kind of buzz.
Hmm.
Whereas I'm just like, no, I'll have a glass of wine because I like the idea of just sitting on the couch watching my
Oh, so you,
housewives
yeah.
and just like drink a glass of wine. Like I
So
like that.
you like the idea more than the actual drink itself,
Yeah.
essentially. Because I was like, yeah, I'll pour you a glass of wine, but you like still won't even drink it, but you like have it in your hand for
Yeah.
like 3 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
Mhm.
I guess this is the way it is, huh? It's the way you're
Mhm.
wired, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, you hardly ever go through alcohol, and like one bottle of wine will last you like 3 months, so it's cost efficient at the end of
Mhm.
the day,
Yeah, exactly.
which we can appreciate. But anyways, that's gonna do it all for today's episode number one. Like I said, if you did make it this far in the video, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Please like, comment, leave something down there. Like I said, ask us some questions, some new segments, would you rather's, whatever. And we'd be more than happy to oblige and bring that on. And maybe you'll be a lucky one that ends up in the next episode. But that's all from us here at Everything Under the Sun.
Mhm.
And until next time, y'all take care. Love you. Bye.
Bye.